25 years ago, the nation was shocked and overjoyed to hear that 2 missing children had been found alive. One was a 5-year-old named Timmy White who'd been missing for about 2 weeks. The other was Steven Stayner, a 14-year-old boy who had been gone for an incredible 7 years. Stayner said he didn't try to contact his real family for 7 years because Parnell had brainwashed him, making him think his parents didn't want him.
It began with a kidnapping. Just weeks before Christmas 1972, 7-year-old Steven Stayner is kidnapped by convicted child molester Kenneth Parnell.
Steven Stayner had a new father figure, and it was Kenneth Parnell, who by day was his father and by night was his rapist.
Parnell told him that his name was going to be Dennis Parnell, and he enrolled him in school.
After 7 years with Steven, Parnell starts looking for a new, younger boy. In February 1980, he pays a high school kid to help him kidnap 5-year-old Timothy White. When Parnell goes to work, Steven hitchhikes with Timothy to the town of Ukiah, going directly to the police station.
Steven was a national hero. He returns to Merced triumphant.
Kenneth Parnell is never tried for sexual assault in Steven's case and ends up serving only 5 years on kidnapping and false imprisonment charges.
It was also an abusive family. It was dysfunctional.
According to a defense psychiatric report, even his mother claimed to have been abused as a child.
This family do have quite a dark history when you look behind the closed doors. So there's a multi-generational history of abuse going on.
Stephen and Cary's father, Delbert, had been ordered into therapy after essaying his own daughters.
Stayner would later claim that his uncle Jess sexually abused him when he was a child.
So once Stephen was in the car, he would be driven to a cabin in Kathy's Valley, which was about half an hour northwest of Merced. And unbeknownst to his family, he would be held captive here, within proximity to his own grandfather's home.
Parnell, he was around. She was usually just working.
Did he ever hurt you?
No.
Did he ever try to touch you in a way he shouldn't have?
See, what happened was I didn't want to talk about it. And so when the police asked me if there was any abuse involved or anything, I denied that there was any.
You just wanted to get Steve into therapy so that he could get through it. And Del did not like therapists or psychologists or psychiatrists, especially. And he fought Steve getting therapy.
I think the way you look at things like that back then was, we don't go throwing your stuff out there like that, you know. So that's why my dad was against it, I guess.
I tried to explain to her that they might consider, you know, some professional counseling, and she told me that she didn't believe that that was going to be necessary.
I was told I was adopted.
You believed it?
Yes, I believed it.
Kay, what about for you? How do you think it's been for Stephen?
I think he's done fantastic. I'm very proud of the way he's kind of joined right in with the rest of us, and he doesn't give us any problems. He drank heavy, a lot of alcohol and a lot of pot.
He loved his pot. He didn't really like drinking, but he still drank. A lot of pills. I don't know what else he really did.
I was 16 and he was 3 years older than me, so he was 19.
But in 1985, he would get married to a 17-year-old named Jody Edmondson.
He got married. He had 2 kids.
He was very proud of who he was when he told me. He was not ashamed at all. He was just very well grounded, you know, for a person that had gone through what he went through.
The Stayner brothers were struggling, each of them both in their own ways.
Stephen's celebrity was pretty short-lived. He did make some money for consulting on the TV film. He actually had a bit part as one of the police officers rescuing himself. He blew almost all of that money on cars and drugs and booze. He worked some menial jobs. But then at the age of 24, he was riding a motorcycle without a license.
He was riding home from work and a vineyard worker pulled out in front of him and hit him and flipped him.
I see him as being on a good path, and that's how I prefer to think of him.
It was very, very traumatizing. The kids were babies.
He died in September and I was going to turn 4 in December. I didn't grow up around people that talked about my dad to me, stories, things like that. A lot of that had to do with, you know, my mom not knowing how to talk about my dad. She just kind of tried to move on with her life the best she can. And I had a really bad stepdad. So we were kind of scared to talk about him.
He did not like my dad or that side of the family, and visits with my grandma and grandpa Stayner were pretty much watched and looked over when we did see them, and that was very rare.
Oh, I didn't want therapy. No, there was a lot of suggestions of getting therapy from people. I just said no. I mean, I'm doing just fine, and so I don't feel I need it, you know?
Really, I just kind of look at it as just a movie. Well, you know, what happened to me is in the past, and I really don't dwell on it.
As far as I know, he's never talked to anyone about the effect Stephen might have had on his crimes. Stephen could have grown up normal, happy, and healthy, and Cary still would have been a serial killer.
Is that there was more than one person involved. Because Cary wasn't like a tough guy.
Okay.
And I don't think he's a serial killer type.
March 2nd, 1980, 7 years after he'd been kidnapped, 14-year-old Steven Stayner returned home to his family in Merced, California. Tormented by his brother's ordeal and twisted by the abuse he claimed to have suffered as a child, Cary Stayner became a serial killer.
You have Stephen purely victimized, innocent.
I recognize my father and my mother, but my sisters and brother, I didn't.
You have, on the other hand, you have Cary Stayner, who was evil incarnate.